Good morning, everyone. I am going to be making part 2 of this series that our Father wanted me to be writing about, but I am choosing to do videos instead. I think it would reach more people. I don't know how I would have. I was not into writing a book and then having it published. I don't know why the Lord wanted me to write it down. So now this is part 2. And Barney and I had been working together for a week or so. And little did I know, he was going back home and telling his wife that I was telling him that what she was doing was demonic, because her and her whole family had the gift of telling the future, and they were always right. These people had such a powerful gifting, I couldn't even believe it. But she was angry, of course, that I told him that she shouldn't be doing this, that it should be for God's glory. And so she wanted to talk to me. She wanted to meet me. So as Barney and I are driving back and forth from work each day, he told me that he wanted me to meet his wife. Now, I didn't know that he was going back and telling her everything I was telling him. And, we had a long day. We drove an hour to the job, an hour back, plus an 8-hour workday. So I really wasn't in any mood at that point to go and visit his wife, because I don't know how far away he lived from our meeting point. So I put it off for a little while, and then I don't know, one day I said, okay, Barney, I'll meet your wife. So we got into, he drove me to my car, I got in my car and followed him to his house. Now, this was amazing, because when he went in the house, and I'm following him, and his wife met him at the door. And when I saw her, the minute I saw her, I loved her. It's something I've never experienced before. And she came over and she gave me a hug, and she was very friendly. I had no idea that she had been planning to tell me off. But here's the most awesome thing, was that our Father had orchestrated this and put it on her heart. And so we immediately became like partners. I don't know what the word would be. I actually later had invited them to the church that I go to, that I was going to. It was a congregation that was, the leaders were all Jewish, and it was very, it was really a blessing. And I invited them to church. Now, this was before anything supernatural started happening. So I took them to a service they met me at the service, which was really pretty amazing, considering her name was Karen. His wife's name was Karen. She had been planning on telling me off. She didn't. She loved me the minute she saw me. And she asked for prayer. She went up for prayer after the service. And the rabbi's wife told me that the Lord told her that Karen and I were like King David and Jonathan, that our spirits were somehow joined together. I don't understand any of that stuff, but she knew nothing about Karen. She knew nothing about Karen that night. She prayed for her, and that was what the Lord had told her. Now, this Messianic congregation that I went to was supernatural. I mean, the Father and Jesus were there so powerfully, and I was an intercessor for them, and all I ever did, usually, was go to the backs, laying on the floor, and just being used by the Holy Spirit. Somehow, in my spirit, he was using me to battle, I guess, because I was told multiple times that I'm a warrior, and that I will. The Father said to me, "You are a warrior. You will fight for my word." That's what the Lord told me. So now Karen had gone up for prayer. The rabbi's wife told me that we were like Jonathan and David, and she said that Karen had a very powerful gifting, which I already knew. So at least I knew that this was all from our Father, and I wasn't wasting my time. I wasn't being disobedient. So now we are coming together and even more closely. And how did this go? Okay, so now she wanted her twin sister to come over and meet me. So because her twin sister was really upset with her because Karen was telling her the things that I was telling Karen, and she was getting very insulted and, was going to tell me off, I guess. So I went over there the night I was supposed to meet her sister. I can't remember her name. And I didn't know she had been, that they had been speaking negatively. And Karen was now, I think Karen was already saved. I can't remember how the sequence went. So I didn't know she invited her sister over there to meet me, and her sister had planned to tell me off. So I'm standing in the hallway that led to the front door, and she came in the door, you guys. And I mean, I wanted to turn around and run. This girl did not have the same spirit that her sister Karen had. I can't even say she was evil. I can just tell you she had a different spirit. So here's when the supernatural thing started, and it just went on and on. Okay, I got